Welcome and good morning or good afternoon if this is your story time. I'm Cindy Coleman. I have been in education for 38 years and just retired, but I'm not over yet. So I started Cindy's Corner to have a reading story time with your children. You can do this at home. You can do this at school. Teachers and friends, just like and subscribe and share and tell everyone about this special story time. And I would love to come to your classroom and maybe perhaps mention your class when you have shared a story that you like, that I have read. And also, since I have been in education for 38 years, teaching kindergarten through 9th grade, and also being principal, I have come to realize that several books remind me of some of my students. So I might call out some of my former students on a storybook that I read. So get ready. Today, boys and girls, our very first book is going to be Oh, How I Wished I Could Read. It was written by John Giles and illustrated by Frank Fiorello. And boys and girls or teachers, if you have this book, you might want to get it and follow along. This is called the title page, Oh, How I Wished I Could Read. Written by John Giles, he's the author, and illustrated by Frank Fiorello. He drew the pictures. I woke with a yell and sat straight up in bed, full of fear and wild worries and troubled and dread. Was it just a bad dream? Or was it what I feared true? Was reading a feat only others could do? In my dream, I was walking alone on the street and decided to sit down and put up my feet. I discovered too late what the wet paint sign said when the bench left my backside a bright shade of red. Then I saw a cute puppy and wanted to pet it. A sign tried to warn me I'd better forget it. But the words on the gate meant nothing to me. Till a pack of wild dogs chased me right up the tree. I continued along my readingless way, having no way to know what each sign had to say. I wished I could read, 'cause then I could know when danger signs warned me where I shouldn't go. A sign said no crossing, but I didn't heed it because in my dream, I had no way to read it. So I stepped off the sidewalk and oh, what a fuss. I was nearly run down by 2 cars and a bus. I heard honking and beeping, tires squealing and shrieking, cars crashing and smashing and scraping and screeching. The drivers were angry. One yelled. All agreed. What's the matter with you? You should learn how to read. I jumped from the street and ran away fast, but worried about each sign that I passed. Above and beside and below and behind were instructions and warnings I needed to know. In my readingless dream, I felt angry and sad, as if I had lost a best friend. And I had. I was lost and alone and afraid as could be of the readingless troubles still waiting for me. I wondered and wondered what words I saw meant, then got stuck in the muck near a sign, wet cement. So I took off my shoes and sat down to clean them. 2 signs blocked my way, but I sat down between them. They said poison ivy, but I didn't know. Till an itchy red rash grew all over one toe. When I headed for home to get medication, I went from a bad to a worse situation. I opened the cupboard to look for toe ointment, but all I found there was more disappointment. Each bottle and tube on the shelf had a label I needed to read, but I wasn't able. I itched and I itched and I twitched. How I wished I could read. My toe was on fire from the poisonous weed. Just then, I woke up from my readingless dream when my cat nipped my toe and I let out a scream. Ouch! I threw back my covers and jumped to the floor. I ran to the shelf where my books were before. Could I tell a B from a T or a Z? Or were letters just lines on the paper to me? My books told the story, as storybooks do. My dream was a nightmare, completely untrue. Because boys and girls, you can read. I can read. Even if you get a book, look at the pictures and read the pictures. At last it was over. At last I was freed from the night when I wished, how I wished I could read. Now, boys and girls, you can get a book and you can share it with a friend or your mother or your dad or your grandparent. And you can just turn the pages and read the pictures and make up the story, and then read it and find out if you were correct. I hope you have a great day reading, whether it's learning your letters or your sight words and you're applying them in your writing. Boys and girls, everyone can read, and there's nothing like a book. I hope you enjoy Cindy's Corner, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.